Hello, and this video is going to show you the best way to start your car in the morning. So I leave mine in the garage all the time, and the best way when you have a garage to look after your car overnight, there are so many people I find just have garages and they will put loads of junk in the garage and leave the cars outside. Now your car's worth, probably a cheap car, even 5,000 of pounds or dollars or whatever. Would you just leave a 5,000 pound note out overnight? Anyway, we do look after our cars. We keep them both in the garage, and it's just the best way to do that. But to the subject of the video, the best way to start your car first thing in the morning. First of all, get into the car. That's always good. Now, because we're in the garage, we definitely need to put the garage door up because we don't want to be breathing in any carbon monoxide fumes or anything like that. Key in the ignition. And because this is a fairly modern car, all we have to do is turn the key and it comes on. Now, unfortunately, this car does rev fairly high when you first start it. It's normal for a Volvo, and the park assist doesn't work, but apart from that, everything is fine with the car. It has now stopped revving high, and time to put on the seatbelts. And what I've done is I've let the car just rev by itself for around 10 seconds or so, and now ready to drive off. So what that's done is it's let the oil that has been in the sump overnight go all the way up into the cylinder heads and lubricate the valves without them being under any strain or pressure of being driven. And if you can, it's always better just to let your car warm up while you're driving it. Not always possible, because sometimes in winter conditions you will want to have the car warmed up so that when you drive away you don't lose your visibility because everything's too cold. So just driving the car gently, and especially while everything is still in its cold state. Just keeping the revs fairly low. I'm trying not to go much above 2,000 while it's still warming up. And just doing this and waiting for your car to warm up properly can add many thousands. Some people have said over 100,000 miles to the life of an engine, compared with just getting in and driving it hard straight away. Now, another thing that people do think is that once they see the temperature gauge go to normal, and right now it's almost normal, that your car is properly warmed up. That is not the case. All this gauge is for the coolant temperature, and modern cars shut off part of the flow of the coolant so that it warms up the engine more quickly, and so the coolant temperature isn't going to be completely warmed up to what you think it is. And your oil temperature is the most important. Now, unfortunately, this car, even being a high performance version of Volvo's car, doesn't have an oil temperature gauge. So I always let the car warm up a little bit more than than it shows on the temperature gauge. Give it a few more minutes after that before I really give it the beans. and giving car the beans when the engine oil is completely warmed up is perfectly okay, but doing it when it's cold is not something I would ever do. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed my rambling, and if you have, please like and subscribe, and there'll be more videos coming along very soon.